Howdy folks, and welcome back to World of Tanks with Almighty Jingles. You're all very lucky that I remembered to actually do a video today before the World of Warcraft expansion goes live in 2 hours. I've managed to stop playing No Man's Sky for just long enough to get some work done so that you guys get a video tomorrow, after I've been staring at the Battle for Azeroth login screen for a few hours. Today I thought I'd do something slightly different. Instead of the usual Soviet tier 10 medium tank roflstomping the opposition, we're dropping it down a couple of tiers to tier 6. This is Drakas LT in the Poodle. It's a tier 6 Polish medium tank. And if you're thinking it looks an awful lot like a Panther, you'd be absolutely right. This tank actually existed. This isn't another paper premium. Well, when I say it existed, obviously the Panther existed, but the Poodle actually existed. During the Warsaw Uprising, the Polish underground captured 2 Panther Gs, repainted them, stuck a Polish flag on them, nicknamed one of them the Poodle, and they used them against the Germans. And that's exactly what this is. Here in World of Tanks, what you basically have here is a stock Panther, but at tier 6. So in that respect, it's a lot like the VK3002M, which is basically a stock Panther, except at tier 6. That of course means that the Poodle shares a lot of the problems of the VK3002M. It's got terrible side armour, and it's got a kind of slow turret traverse, which means you don't really want to be brawling in this tank if you can help it, and if possible, you should really be using it as a long range or second line support sniper. But unfortunately, the enemy team don't always oblige. They tend to have other ideas that upset your very carefully laid plans. Yeah, I know, it's jolly unsporting of them. Well anyway, I'm sure Drakas would like to be engaging the enemy at long range, but he's not going to have that luxury. Okay. A dose of very surprising and very rough butt sex for the T-67, who's making himself scarce, and now the Covenanter. The T-67 did manage to get the turret around and put a shot into Drakas here, but if he stops bouncing off the Covenanter's turret, he'll be able to finish him off and then turn around and deal with the T-67, although not before he takes a few more hits. And there's his second kill. There is an enemy M8 out there in the middle of the field somewhere who is proving to be a remarkably effective pain in the arse, which, considering he's in an M8A1 and he's only tier 4, you certainly have to give him some credit for. The Panzer IV-H up ahead has had enough of getting shot at, so he's hiding around the corner, but then he starts getting hit by artillery, so he picks this precise moment to take his brave pills, put his man pants on, and go for it. Unfortunately, that is exactly what the M8 was waiting for. Thanks to the combined attentions of the M8 and the T-67, Drakas is now down to less than half health, and the M8 is keeping up the shots, but he knows that if he's going to sit around waiting for that P-26 to take the lead, he's going to be waiting a very, very long time. Or at least until he's killed one of the 2 tanks on the corner, and the Valentine is a one-shot kill, so the P-26 goes for it, thinking that the Valentine is going to be an easy kill, and he isn't. And so the P-26 once again backs off, waiting for Drakas to take the lead. And he goes for it, misses the shot at the Valentine, very narrowly avoids getting killed by the enemy artillery, and misses his first shot at the artillery, and is probably wishing he loaded some high explosive at this point, because it's going to take 2 shots to kill that guy. Kill number 4, there's only one other person on his team who's actually managed to kill anything at this point, and that Valentine is once again leading a charmed life, and that's when Drakas finally spots the M8, who's been nothing but a constant pain in the arse since pretty much the start of the game. The M8, obviously realising that he's been spotted, is not dumb enough to come out and get himself killed, so Drakas is thinking about going for and finishing off the Valentine, who will have the gold ammunition loaded, which is only to be expected. He's only a tier 4, and while the Poodle's armour from the side is pretty terrible, the frontal armour, especially against tier 4 tanks, is not bad at all, as this M3 Lee is finding out the hard way. And there's Top Gun and kill number 6. And in all the excitement, we actually missed somebody else on the team getting their first kill, so well done for the Stug over there somewhere, living the Stug life. And finally, he's managed to kill the M8 for kill number 7. Now looking at the map, there was an enemy T-50 out there in the middle of the field somewhere, but is he still there? Oh, yeah, apparently he is, which is kind of surprising, because if he is still in his last spotted position, that means he's basically surrounded. And he is still in his last spotted position. Well, Drakus is going to have to deal with him if he wants to link up with the rest of his team, so stand by to receive gold ammunition. There it is, ramming speed. The T-50 driver realises the shit he's in and tries to reverse and get out of the way, but while the T-50 is pretty quick, it's nowhere as quick going backwards as one of these things is, particularly if you give it a head start like that. So that's kill number 8. There are only 2 kills difference between the teams, by the way. This game could still go either way, particularly since Drakas is pretty much a one-shot kill for everybody. And then, plot twist, the enemy team decide to start helping out. That AMX-12T is actually the one that got the kill on the T-3485. I'm not entirely sure what happened. I think he may have been taking shots at the Covenanter as he attempted to escape and either bounced or just missed completely, but either way, cheers dude, we didn't really need the help, but, you know, we're not going to refuse. Well anyway, with 8 kills to his name, and only 168 health remaining, Drakas is finally attempting to play this tank the way it was supposed to be played in the first place, as a long-range sniper, using this 75mm gun. The problem, of course, as typified by that Electo over there, is that the remaining tanks on his team aren't exactly scouts. There's just him and a bunch of tank destroyers and 1 artillery. Like it or not, he's going to have to get up there. The Stug on his team has actually claimed his 2nd kill by knocking out the enemy OI experimental, but that Electo is probably, yeah, dead. No big surprise there. The enemy team do still have a KV-1 and... oh shit. Well, at least he's looking the other way. Oh, and he's just fired, but let's not let him get away. 2nd shot goes into his tracks and immobilises him. Yeah, you can turn the turret around all you like, Sunshine. I know you've just fired your gun, so you are now an ex-KV-2. Kill number 9. At this point, I mean, I appreciate that Drakas probably has a lot on his mind, but at this point it would have been a very, very good idea for Drakas and that Stug over there, who's on 2 kills, to form a battlefield platoon, so they can get the Brothers in Arms award. It's only going to take 1 more kill. That'll be 12 kills between them. I don't want to try and second guess them both too much, however, because they probably were kind of occupied at the time with trying to not die and win this match. He spotted the KV-1, goes for the immobilisation shot, but the KV-1 isn't even moving his turret. I don't know what the hell he thinks he's got his gun pointed at, but oh, there's the AMX-12T. Okay, duck down behind this small snow ridge so the KV-1 can't hit him. And let's see how clever that AMX-12T thinks he is. Yep, not quite as clever as he thought he was. There's kill number 10, Pool's medal secured, and now it's the turn of the KV-1. Wait, the KV-1 just... what was he firing at? I know the KV-1's gun isn't terribly accurate, but it's not as inaccurate as that. Is he firing blind? Huh, 330 plus metres away. The KV-1's view range is only 310 metres. Now, that's not guaranteed, of course. It depends on crew skills and equipment fitted, and whether or not he's running any premium consumables, but I don't think he is. He has no idea who's shooting at him. Well, he knows that the poodle's shooting at him, but I don't think he can see him. Well, that's nice. It turns out that in the long-range fire support role, this tank is actually pretty good. Who would have seen that one coming? A German tank being good at sniping. Well, Drakus is going to have to close in again because the KV-1's gotten tired of getting shot at by tanks that he can't see, and he's pulled back into cover. Or at least that's what you'd think he'd done, but apparently no. He was just tired of having holes put into the right-hand side of his tank, thought he'd drive out into the open and see if he could get some holes put into the left side of his tank as well. And Drakus was only too happy to oblige. That's Drakus with an ace tanker, Pool's medal, steel wall, high caliber and top gun in the Poodle, the little tier 6 premium Polish tank that could. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and now I need to get this rendered and uploaded as quickly as possible, because in 1 hour precisely I'm going to be back in Azeroth with the latest World of Warcraft expansion, and there's a very good chance you might not see me for quite some time. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.